Greetings. Today, we are discussing goal setting, learning how to plan ahead. So the objectives for the workshop today will be to go over some helpful tips in goal setting. They are learning the difference between a dream and a goal, how to design concrete, measurable short-term and long-term goals, and how to develop an action plan for achieving your academic goal. What is the difference between a dream and a goal? Well, a dream is something that you think about. It's free and it's imaginary. It just requires your imagination and it's limitless. You can do whatever you want to with your dreams, but they can also inspire you to have real world tangible goals. So a goal is something you are acting upon. It has deadlines, produces results, and it's based in reality. In order to accomplish your goals, you have to apply hard work. So when goal setting, there are short-term goals and long-term goals. We must put together a sequence of short-term goals that in general lead to a long-term goal or a successful long-term goal. For example, a short-term goal is get a tutor for a class I'm struggling in this semester, attend a workshop for FDASE, or take a mental health break one day this week. A long-term goal would be graduate from Morehouse College with a plan, get a job that I'm passionate about, or something along those lines. So next, we're going to discuss something called SMART goals. We're going to learn how to create SMART goals. And SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. So creating specific goals. A specific goal has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a general goal. A general goal would be learn a new language, but a specific goal would say learn 10 new words every week and create 2 formative and 1 summative assessments to quiz myself on it. So we want to make sure we're creating real goals for us to accomplish. General goals are almost very similar to dreams, right? They have tangible things we can do, but if you don't point yourself in the right direction, achieving those goals becomes more difficult. So to set a specific goal, you must answer the 6 W questions. Who is involved? What do I want to accomplish? Where? Identify a location. When? Establish a time frame. Which? Identify requirements and constraints, and why. Specific reasons, purpose, or benefits of accomplishing the goal. Next, we're going to learn how to create measurable goals. So we create measurable goals by establishing concrete criteria for measuring progress towards the attainment of each goal you set. When you measure your progress, stay on track, reach your target dates, and experience the exhilaration of achievement that spurs you on in your continued effort required to reach your goal. Basically, measurable goals are things you can quantify. I want to learn 10 new words by the end of the week. That is a measurable goal because you can look at your goal and say, okay, I learned 7 words this week, not 10. I learned 12 words this week, not 10. You have something concrete. So to create measurable goals, first we have to determine if your goal is measurable by asking questions such as how much, how many, how will I know when it is accomplished? So those are the types of questions you want to ask yourself when creating a measurable goal. Next, we're going to create attainable goals or learn how to create attainable goals. When you identify goals that are most important to you, you begin to figure out ways you can make them come true. You develop the attitudes, abilities, and skills, as well as the financial capacity to reach them. You begin seeing previously overlooked opportunities to bring yourself closer to the achievement of your goals. You can attain most any goal you set your plan. You can attain most any goal when you plan your steps wisely and establish a time frame that allows you to carry out those steps. If you want to graduate from school in 4 years, it doesn't make sense. If you want to graduate from college, it doesn't make sense to say, I'm going to do it in 2 years. It's hard to graduate college in 2 years. A more attainable goal is to say, I'm going to do my best to graduate in 4 years. That's more doable, right? Goals that may have seemed far away and out of reach eventually move closer and become attainable, not because your goals shrink, but because you grow and expand to match them. That's something called delayed gratification. You should look up delayed gratification. To be realistic, a goal must represent an objective toward which you both are willing and able to work. A high goal is frequently easier to reach than a low one because a low goal exerts low motivational force. Some of the hardest jobs you ever accomplished actually seem easy and simple because they were a labor of love. Another way to create realistic goals is to determine if your goals are in fact realistic. Ask questions such as, do I truly believe that this can be accomplished? Have I accomplished anything similar in the past? Can I identify the conditions that would have to exist to accomplish this goal? Lastly, you want to create timely goals. A goal should be grounded within a time frame. With no time frame tied to it, there is no sense of urgency. When do you want to accomplish your goal? Someday won't work. If you anchor it within a time frame by May 1st, then you have already set your unconscious mind into motion to begin working on that goal. Thank you for listening. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to send an email.